Hi, I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're Sooshi Mango.
And did you know that Italian Sicilians do it better?
Huh?
Manigot. And Bakziti. Whatever that is.
And Rob. I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Andrew.
And I'm Andrew.
And I'm Carlo.
And I'm Manigot.
I'm Joe.
Sicilians,
Pink whiskey.
fuck off.
I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And go fuck yourself.
No!
But he told me to say it.
I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're Sooshi Mango.
And we're Sicilians. We'll kill your whole fucking family.
Oh,
Not joking.
Jesus Christ.
We're never getting through this, huh?
I'm Joe.
Wait,
Fuck, I'm going to
This is
smash
for real
this.
now, right?
I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're Sooshi Mango.
And did you know that Italian Sicilians do it better?
Tune in to listen. What the fuck was supposed to say after that?
Just say tune in. We're on the podcast.
I'm Joe.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're Sooshi Mango.
And did you know Italian Sicilians do it better?
Tune in. We're on the podcast.
Take a listen.
Rob.
Sicilians
Manigot.
do it better.
Robert.
Bakziti. Good night.
I think we got it. Way!
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode. Today is a special one. We got the best comics, video makers, and content in this building right now. I want to introduce to you guys, actually, there's no introduction needed, right, fellas? Sooshi Mango is in the building.
Manigot.
Ziti.
Bakziti.
Broccoli Rob. That's the way we do it over here.
Manja.
Italian Sicilians do it better. We're very proud to be on this podcast because you know why? Italian Sicilians do it better.
Well, we're honored to have you guys here. Actually, thank you guys so much for even giving us this opportunity.
We're honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us. It's an opportunity. It's a pleasure for us to be here. You know, it's we see what you guys are doing from afar and we love it. And saying to you guys before about the community that you guys have here, we're very envious of it. We don't have it over in where we're from, and just hats off to you guys.
I appreciate that. Hats off to you guys on what you guys are doing and the tour that's coming soon, right? But I have a question that you probably been asked 1,000 times.
My son made it up.
There you go.
Where did the name sushi come? We actually look like we should be called capricciosa no anchovies or something like that. But we're called Sooshi Mango.
But yeah, look, my son did make it up. He was 3 years old, and he was on the toilet, and he was saying Sooshi Mango
But the kicker is we were thinking of a name.
at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So we were on the couch thinking, what should we call this thing, right? It was, what should we call it? And his son is on the toilet, 3 years old, with the door open, saying, Sooshi Mango, Sooshi Mango. And we're like, I said, what's your son? Has he got a brain problem with you? What's going on? And he's said to his wife,
He was just being 3 years old,
yeah.
and he said, and we're saying, look, just shush for a second. Sushi Mango, Sushi Mango. Shush for a second, Sushi Mango, Sushi Mango. Then we said, what about Sushi Mango? And that was it.
They were stuck
At
with
the
it.
start, we weren't necessarily doing Italian or ethnic comedy, and we call it ethnic back home because we got that's what we were branded as for a while, as ethnic comedians, because we're doing Italian, Greek, all different, Lebanese, whatever type of comedy. And we were just doing normal comedy back then, and then all of a sudden, the wops, what you call them here, huh? Guineas.
So they call
Guineas.
The guineas.
They were watching.
Grease balls. The grease balls.
Grease balls were watching, So we started doing more, Italian things. And my brother said, why don't we do this video called Greeks versus Italians? Because there's a bit of a friendly rivalry back home with the Greeks and the Italians, and the Italians are always better. And no, but the Greeks are good too because they buy tickets. And then we decided to do this video, and that's the one that really sort of
Took
off and got going. And then about a year later or so, we did the shit ethnic dad say, and that got 12 million views or something like
Your
that.
videos are so relatable. Let me tell you, the nonas, is it right?
Yeah.
And then the fathers.
Yes.
It's like I'm watching my parents or my grandparents. You know, the best one for me was when 6 a.m. in the morning, how the moms, so the grandmothers,
Yeah.
and then I remember which one of you guys, and he said, Rose, and I was like, oh my God, my grandma sang that. You know, it's very relatable.
Rosa Rosse is like a staple song
Is it?
for any Sicilian household, right? You would always just hear it blaring
I
on a
grew
Sunday.
up with all those songs, Johnny Morandi and Andre Cilentano and all these guys.
Yes.
I think Rosa Rossi for the Italians was like Born in the USA for the Americans. But yeah, look, it's so nice and just lovely for us to hear you guys say that, you know, because it's just amazing that 24 hours away we are by plane, that it's exactly the same here.
Yeah, who would have thought that, you know, the Italians would leave their country and go all over the world and end up being all exactly the same in every way. They all held these little silly things all over the world. When we started this, we had no idea. We did it. We thought it was just local to us.
Right.
And then you come and you realise that Canada's the same, UK is the same, the United States is the
Do you
same.
guys make sauce?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
all the
don't.
time.
February?
On
No.
Feb-
No,
we
sorry.
used
That's
to.
the-
So who started it was like the old timers.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work, you
It's
know.
a lot of work.
Sweating and all that, but it's every year we would make it.
It can't be February because February.
So when is it?
It's September.
Yours
We do
September, we do it in
Ah.
February.
Right, because it's right before like school starts.
That's it.
Yeah.
We had to sometimes take days off because we had to do the sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, in school.
We can't do that here. We can't do that here.
You get lignate.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, when you guys like started this journey, did you think you'd be where you're at today?
No. Look, when we first started, we thought. I always thought that if the more people watch it, the more people will like it. I always said that because people really loved it when we started doing these videos, and I was like, I think that if we get it in front of more people, they might enjoy it.
Right.
You know, but to say that that we're going to sell out arenas back home and play in front of 15,000 people and do all that sort of stuff, I didn't. You know, when we started, that was never on a. You know,
Now, is there that icebreaker, I call it? Like when you did your first show, you guys have like nervous? You guys have passed that now, I would assume, right? You guys look
There's
professional.
always some degree of nerves when you get up there. But as soon as you hear that first laugh, it's like
It's great.
fucking home.
It's the same every show. Like it's more anxious to get on stage. When you're on stage, I think for me, I speak for all of us. It's almost like a bit home. It's like you're home there. The people looking at us, I feel comfortable. It's before. This is a lead up.
Preparing for
It's
it,
just a little bit of anxiety and like, just want to get on and want to get the laughs, and that's that's what
it's
happens.
also a little bit of the excitement as well. Like I was just saying to Ange and Carlo in the car today, because we went on 15 of your bridges here, constantly back and forward, and I was saying today I can't wait to do these shows here. So it's more the excitement to come back and do the shows here, the anticipation to sort of go to see the reaction of the people. You know, and
This is your first show in New York coming up.
first show in New York coming up,
Wow.
28th of Feb, and then we're doing obviously like we're doing Canada, but we're doing Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston,
Wow.
and Washington DC as well. First time in all those places. We've done two shows, one show in Toronto and one show in Montreal before,
And Dubai.
2019. And yeah, we did a show in Dubai in May.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
bye.
It was
awesome.
good. Yeah, that was it was we were a bit worried about that because they're a bit strict over there, and when we got away with a lot, but they were good. They were really good. They loved it. A lot of expats over there, So we thought if we can work in Dubai, we can
do
work
it
anywhere.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Were there a lot of Italians there in Dubai?
there were actually. There were a lot of Italians, like actually from Italy. A lot of Americans. A lot of people from Australia and the UK.
We're everywhere.
Second generation expats, so people from England, America, Australia, that all went there that are Italian, Greek, or Lebanese or whatever. The stuff that we do, although we're talking with an Italian accent, we tailored it so if you might have noticed, we don't actually use Italian words a lot, and that's just by design. So it appeals to a wider audience.
Right.
So we get, you know, Indians, Asians, Arabs, all types of people that come to our shows because they're, you know, they were all beaten with a stick too. They understand.
Yeah, exactly.
They understand.
All relatable.
It's all relatable.
Right.
We all ate different food and we did sort of different things, but you know, the structure of the home life was kind of similar, so they can relate to it. So yeah, we'd have all types of people.
We also always at the start were like, well, let's not tailor it to that. There's so many different people that can enjoy this.
Exactly.
So, you know, we'll take anyone's cash. But yeah, and there's a lot of Greeks in Australia too. So we have a scene in the show that's a couple of Greek characters. But you know, again, we don't do any Greek language or anything like that. They're just fish and chip shop owners or shop owners, and you can just see what you see through them, what other people do.
So a question for you guys also is, does our accent sound funny to you guys?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it does.
does.
A little bit. A little bit. It
Funny
depends.
How?
Are you talking about?
I love it. Oh, so I reckon it's funny because it's like, you know, the guy
What's
before,
funny?
the guy with the orange, the orange beard. He's. I was just looking at him, going, man, this guy's really New York, huh? They talk like that and like that, you know. They
Like this,
yeah.
yeah.
What's your name again? My name is Joey. Joey, like I was like, he's really New York, right? It's like the way he talks, and it's like that guy was coming up and the ZD and the this and the that and the, you know, it's a walk in the fuck.
Make that fucking big ZD.
The big ZD.
in the fucking ground.
I put it in the fucking ground, you know.
When you move around, it's different. It changes. You know,
Yeah,
and you
it's
get the rasp. Abundanza. That guy was the other day.
Abundanza.
Yeah, you got abundanza. Yeah.
So it's funny. It's funny, but it's also kind of cool to us because it's stuff that we saw in pop culture, on TV, in movies, and so we love it.
You're right. It's not funny in ha funny. It's just different and
Amusing
Cool. It's
to
cool as
watch.
hell for us.
And
I
hear.
think.
It's cool, yeah. But we've watched you guys all our lives. The American television. It's just so the accent. It's not weird because we've heard it forever.
Right. Right.
You know, we sometimes think, I wonder, do they understand us like the way we talk? You know, like are we?
Do you think
are we weird?
Do you think our accent's funny?
It's not
No.
funny.
I
You're being
Cool.
polite.
It's interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Can you really tell the difference when we talk? Like, can you really?
Yeah.
You're hearing a really different.
yeah.
Absolutely.
What are you
don't get
hearing?
many- you don't get many.
How do you hear it?
Australians Here.
Give us a sentence. How do you hear it?
How do you hear it?
What do you hear?
Not bad.
It's like in between, like British, but like different accent.
Yeah,
A bit
yeah.
more relaxed than
more
British.
relaxed.
Yeah.
if I'm talking, if these guys are talking with me here, I feel okay. But when I'm talking with a group on my own, I feel like I need to start saying, "Get the fuck out of here!"
There you go.
I feel that I notice
Yeah.
my own accent.
By the way,
You know?
can we swear on this podcast? No.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit late for that.
Fuck
Get
out
fucked,
of
man.
here!
Get the fucking
Get the fucking gobble girl over here!
Kick your fucking ass.
Put you in the fucking ground over here.
Everyone's got a little bit of Tourette's.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
it. We got it. We're done. We're good.
So all three of you guys were born in Australia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you guys been to Italy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, your parents, your firstborn generations?
Yeah.
Now, my experience is my parents are firstborn. So whenever they left Italy, my mom came young. So I thought when I finally went to Italy in 2001, I know everything. I know it all. I speak Sicilian. When I went there, nobody speaks Sicilian.
No.
Not a soul.
I was still lost. So did you guys feel the same way? Or, I mean,
Yeah. The weirdest thing when I went there was that the 3-year-olds are speaking fluent
perfect.
Italian, and I'm like, what the fuck is
Andrew,
going on here?
Andrew speaks Sicilian 10 times better than he speaks Italian.
But the dialect. No, it's like he
Dialect.
speaks from the island.
Sicilian
His
dialect from Lipari
mum and dad are from Lipari.
with the islands. He's spoken his whole life to his parents that way. You probably would have struggled with that, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we learned real Italian at school growing up, watching Lino Banfi and Nino D'Angelo movies and
Yes.
Mario Medola movies. But that's about the
Yeah.
breadth of where we learned to speak real Italian. We didn't speak it at home. So when you go back there, yeah, it is a bit weird.
When you went to Italy, like, are you in the like? I found that when I'm in Italy, I'm like back in the day, they used to call me the Americano.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Gino Americanos, like Australia.
They used to
They didn't
call
know where
us
the fuck Australia
Americans.
was.
yeah.
We're Australian.
But
They can't tell the difference. They can't tell the difference.
But still, when I go there, even though I went back in July this year, and I was Australian, boy from Australia, cousin from Australia. When I'm in Italy and Australia, I'm Italian. So where the fuck do you want me to go?
That you're balanced in between.
So yeah, you that's
Right.
it. We're in between. But yeah, I'm born in Australia. But when we're in Australia and someone says, "What nationality are you?" I say, "I'm Italian."
Right.
Do you know, because that's just the way we've been brought up, even though I was born in Australia. But it's kind of weird because we an Australian is like your American here, right? I've been told, like if you're American, not even redneck. I heard rednecks like even further out.
Further south.
Right.
They can stay there.
Right. So we're the same in Australia. There's Aussies, real Aussies that are born and bred Australian from the roots, and they're Australian. But even though we're Australian, and I've noticed I've said Australian quite a few times just now.
I think it's Australia.
So it's interesting how it works over there, and I'm sure it's the same over here.
It's the same.
Yeah.
And you guys, I'm guessing there's different dialects within the Australian.
No.
No.
Actually, there is one.
There is.
There's
little bit.
Adelaide.
It's not pronounced.
Nah.
So Adelaide
Right.
have a.
They say dance instead of dance.
Dance.
That's it. There's one word.
So we say dance, dancing, or
More
chance.
Englishy.
They say chance and dance,
Like a
prance.
British accent.
Yeah,
a bit more
they go
British.
British, but only on that.
Huh.
The rest is the normal.
There's other parts. There's parts in Wollongong where they say "a" at the end of everything.
No,
I mean,
That's pretty good, eh?
Well, that's
Everything goes
like,
"a."
that's a bit like Canada, how they go
A.
right? But the accent's all the same.
You can get stronger accents.
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get like the accents that are, you get, mate, how you going? You all right? You going to crack a bottle of Roth? You have a crack, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, what I'm saying already?
How you going?
Crack a beer, have a skull, you know, have a tinny.
I think I know what you said.
These are like your
That's
rednecks.
outback stuff.
They're like your rednecks,
You're
like,
like your rednecks.
like our bogans. We call those guys bogans.
bogans.
back at
What's
home.
amazing to me about the accents is like hearing you guys speaking the Australian English, but when you guys talk Italian, it's like normal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't hear
Yeah.
the accent for some reason.
Yeah.
So to me, that's amazing.
Here's a question. Do you hear our accent through our characters?
Yes.
You can hear it, can
Yeah,
you?
you can hear
Because
it.
we get that often. We can see the comments are like, "Oh, the Italian accent with an Australian accent's funny." It's like, "Oh, you know what I mean?"
Is that intentional? Right?
Yeah, it's strange to.
Yeah, you go, are they Irish Italians or are they some comments, some really weird ones I
But
can't
then-
quite work out?
But then I hear some of the Italians that have been here, like the older generation, and you can hear that they've got the American accent as well. You're like, okay, they've got it here too. So, yeah.
You got to tell me what has been with this journey you guys have been doing. The best time ever and the funniest or worst time you guys have experienced.
Oh. Well,
Since we've been here, or
the whole journey we've been on?
The journey that when it started for you guys, to, the social media, the traveling, the concerts. What's been your best moments and your funny or worst moments?
Oh, no one's ever asked worst moments.
I know your worst moment.
What's that? Oh, I got one. The stage one.
That's your worst moment
Yeah,
ever.
my worst moment was we did our very first show that we did. We performed with another comedian back in Australia, a Greek Australian comedian who asked us to come on his show, on his tour with him, and he wrote all the material for that very first one. So we were just reciting his lines. And I went out there and I said my line, and someone, what did that guy say? That guy said,
Get some fucking new material.
"Get some new material."
Because this
I'm like,
guy,
it's not even my material though. Why are you yelling at me though?
this guy he kept using the same material and in the show. In the skit before, it was old material, and then we had to do another skit, come out and do a skit. And just before he walked on, I was right behind him. The guy screamed that, and he looked back at me and went, "What do I do?" I was like, "Just go out there, man."
Keep going.
And we went out there, and all the energy was zapped from the audience. That was terrible. My worst was I had to do 4 shows in a row, back to back. It's really sick, like sick, incredibly sick. Voice was gone. Temperature at 40 something. That was 4 nights in a row. that was probably my worst.
Your worst?
No, I'm perfect. I haven't got a problem. Everything's great on my end.
Best?
I've been sick.
Yeah.
I've done quite a few shows sick, and you just gotta power through. You know, and it kills you because you know it's not your best performance, and you know you can do better.
Right.
But you know, you still just have to take heaps of drugs. You know, sit
And just go along
Vicks,
with it.
cold, whatever it is, soup up beforehand, do it. And my very first show, actually, I that happened. And I was vomiting for hours afterwards because it just I took all these
I
drugs.
think it was Malocchio.
Oh my lord.
So we wear big horns like that when we come out. You know, we put wear necklace with horns. But the best moment, I reckon, for me, there's probably been a couple. I mean, even this coming to New York is a huge thing for us because we've always wanted to perform in New York when we get here on the 28th. But probably when we did our first huge arena was a big thing. It was 15,000 people in Kudos Bank Arena.
Wow.
Kudos Bank Arena and in Sydney. And just when I remember when the lights came on at the end of the show, we turned the lights on to get a photo with the crowd and that. And it was just like, that was the biggest, like, oh, okay.
Because now you can see them.
Could see everyone, and it was like a sea of people, and I was just like, oh, it was. I almost saw things flashing, like all the work that we'd done for 7 years. I just saw, okay, it's happened now. That was a really sort of.
We did this thing where we got everyone to and we'll do it at our shows here, where everything goes dark and we get everyone to turn their phone on, their light.
So they're light on their
Oh,
phone.
that's cute. Like a concert. Like
So,
what they do
so
at a
yeah,
concert. Yeah.
so and I thought it was Coldplay for a second. You know what I mean? Like seeing all these things, very overwhelming. You know,
Yes, same for me. I think they're
Breaking a record, we broke a record in Melbourne for the only comedy act to do 3 shows at Rod Laver Arena, that was another good one. That was
this guy now is a new comedian. He's just put on 3 shows there now.
You've probably heard of him.
You might have heard.
No,
of
you
him.
wouldn't have heard. Him.
Only a
I
small,
don't know. We
small
haven't
time
we haven't
comedian.
heard of
but
him.
I don't know.
His name's Jerry
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Have you
just
heard of
Jerry.
You heard Jerry Seinfeld?
You heard of Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, I know who Jerry
You
Seinfeld
haven't heard of
is.
Jerry
It's
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld show.
Seinfeld.
Okay.
You go in there.
Her reaction was confusing me. I'm like, wait, it's Seinfeld.
No, I never knew his first name. It was always Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Yeah,
No, he just did 3, so we're
So
going to have to
before
do
him,
4 next year.
It was Kevin Hart had done 2 in that space. And then we came along, we did 2, and we're like, oh, we did 2, let's put on another one. And we weren't sure if we are going to sell it, and we did it, and we sold it. So we're holding this record. Now he's come and equaled us. So we're like,
We'll do 4 next
Now
year.
we've got to do
fuck
4.
yeah,
You
try.
heard
I
it
gotta
for
do
next year.
Oh, man.
So I have a question. When you put on your shows, like when you go on live, like do you act as the nonnas and the nonnos?
Yeah,
and all that?
absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
All of them.
And
All,
did you ever
No one
get
cares about us.
Yeah.
They only care about the nonnas.
No, they care about the
one
characters.
I did a story once about this. Remember that time we went to that gig and there was that little boy who was following. This little
my
boy was.
God.
The video, you put it on.
No, we didn't. Not this particular one. But
Okay.
there was this little boy, and he was obsessed with us, and he was reciting all the lines, and he remember everything we'd say from the movie, from our videos, and he was so smiley and looking at us, and then we left, got changed, and came out as ourselves, and when we came out as ourselves, he saw us and went.
Like who are they?
What the fuck?
He was like that. He was like.
The no.
He was like, "What's
He didn't know
going
what to
on?
do.
What's going on here?" And we go, "Hey, how are you, man? You're right." And he's just like, "No," and he ran off. He didn't give 2 hoots about us.
and then we ran
that's-
off.
And then we ran off.
Then we ran away.
And then we
very
cried.
quickly after that.
But
Aw.
that's how it is for us. No one cares about us. Everyone cares. Our brand is based on those characters, the characters that we created, and you know.
I think the best way to explain it is, lately I've been saying, if you watch SNL or Living Color or stuff like that, they do a lot of skits. We do like 4 big skits, and there's a skits with the ethnic dads that we do, the dad's character, the fish and chip shop characters that we have, the Greek characters. Then there's I play a young guy, and the 2 guys play 2 nonni, like old guys. And we just do, there's heaps of miscommunication in there. And then we do a mum skit, and then we do a song at the end, like a medley.
Nice.
Like parody
with
stuff.
more characters, parodies, and we mix up the words, right? So that's the way it's set out. Plus, there's videos in between.
There's props.
Props. It's a full stage
Screens.
show.
It's
yeah.
like a production. It's not like stand up. It's like
Yeah.
a
show.
Yeah.
We wish it was stand up. It'd be easy to go everywhere. One camera.
Yeah, which
I mean,
is
one
kinda-
microphone.
That's why it's
Yeah.
that's why it's taken us longer to get, to get here, because we had to have a bit of a following to fill out a place that warrants enough for us to get here, because we're going to bring the crew, we're going to bring all the stuff, we're going to bring all of us and stuff like that.
You're
So
here now.
we're here now. So
Yeah.
Here now.
Yeah. It's great. The next year, like Carlos said, we'll have 4 people with us. Like we need a stage manager and an assistant stage manager and a couple other
Yeah.
people.
And we've got to hire a couple of locals every venue to
Yeah,
help out and stuff.
And
So
because there's some quick cocks.
quick cocks. There's some quick cocks.
Quick cocks on stage, and no, there's
You'll
some
get a
quick-
whole different show with that.
That's the OnlyFans page. We'll get that later. But there's some quick costume changes that these guys especially have to do. They need assistance with. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got 30 seconds to get out of something and get back into something.
Right.
There's a lot of hard work happening behind the scenes.
It's funny. I was talking to Marcus about that. I said, imagine these guys coming out and then they got to run, strip, come back out as a different character.
That's exactly what happens.
That's what happens. That's
Yeah.
what-
Sweating.
sweating,
Ah.
makeup, wipe off mustache, put on a wig,
it's-
put on a dress, take off the dress, put on a jacket,
Put on stockings.
put on stockings, take off the stockings.
It's so frantic. Sometimes you can't find the shoe. Where's my shoe? Where's my shoe? Where's my fucking shoe? Someone else is on stage.
I remember once in backstage.
Oh, man, that's-
I came off stage and I was supposed to go back on in the same character, but my mind skipped to the next scene. So I was undressing. I was like, "Yeah, get out of this quick!" And then when I got down to my undies, I was like,
Put it back on.
"Oh my god!" I was like, "I got to stay in that same character." I was too gone. I didn't have enough time, so I went to Andrew. I was like, "Just keep running, keep doing, just come up with something." He looked
Things go wrong all the time. Look, in one show in Melbourne just this year, he was meant to come out, and I was there on stage with Joe, and he was supposed to come out, and I just saw his head pop out, and he was just like, "Just run, just run, just run." Something went wrong.
We went on
Something
stage.
went wrong, and so
and he looked at me and just went,
You almost said it.
all right. So, and then I had to
Is he saying
adjust lines on the. You have to like
He
adjust
looks at
lines on
me
the fly.
And he goes, "He's not coming." Like,
I'm like,
he's not coming. So we had to move forward.
there was no way I was getting back.
Scripted show, so we have to sort
Sometimes
of
shit happens, man, on stage, and we just have fun with it.
But that's why I love asking these questions, because I've bumped into so many people, right? I'm not in the industry you guys are. I'm far from that. But I could feel like it's not easy. Some people, they're up there with a microphone. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It can't be easy.
I don't think it's easy for anyone.
First of all, telling jokes isn't easy. Getting people to laugh isn't easy. So whether it's just a comedian with a microphone or us doing skit, it's a bit more taxing on our bodies because we have to change quick and all that, and it's a bit more structured. But,
Physical, yeah.
but just making people laugh in general, that's hard.
Right. So, when you guys put on the act, is it a natural act or is it like
Fully
you
scripted.
have it scripted? Oh,
No,
okay.
fully
scripted.
scripted. That's what I mean. When things go wrong,
Yeah.
like when he couldn't come out, we had to change the script on the fly, which
Right.
it's a fully scripted show, and it has to be. It has to be.
But we go off track. Like we stuff up on stage. Like we will sometimes forget a line or ad lib something or something. One night his eyebrow fell off and I had to stick it back on because he went his,
Things go wrong.
this
One-
stuff happens, but
one
we don't care. Like we like to bring the audience in. So if we're gonna stuff up, you're gonna laugh with us.
I say we,
Right.
like as in me, like we probably won't even notice.
yeah.
Exactly.
You will, because
No, you're not.
Because we laugh. I laugh.
We play to it. We play to it. We break character. We break character.
His eyebrow fell off, and I just started laughing. I was like, and I had to tell them, I go, guys, sorry, the eyebrow fell off. I have to stick it back on. And they were pissing themselves, and we're all pissing.
And they're still like,
One day I'm on a phone when in the fish and chip shop scene. I answer the
jeez.
phone a lot, and then and I slam it, And one day I slammed it, and the phone broke
in half.
Half.
It snapped.
So at the moment, I just picked it up, turned it over, and said, made in China. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was in the script, and we had to get someone else to come by, bring it out, and then we all had a bit of a laugh about it. Everyone killed themselves.
We got
We had a double show that night, and so someone backstage then just put a whole lot of gaffer tape around it, and that became another joke in the second show that it was because it was.
Sometimes it helps. It makes you get like 3 or 4 extra laughs. So it's a really light environment. It's not like robotic. It's like if we stuff up, you guys are going to enjoy it with us.
Natural, right?
Yeah, just you know, it's
So
Yeah, but it's a fully scripted show. We made sure we try and make it every 30, 40 seconds. There's got to be a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we want people to leave there with sore stomachs. You know,
you guys write the scripts?
we write it all. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, I do most of it.
yeah, right.
Here we go.
But,
Yeah.
Here we go. He's lying.
you know, there's
Sometimes I feel like you in particular believe what people say, but the Jerry Seinfeld thing, you're believing what he's saying. Like, yeah, he's right. He does all the writing. Yeah,
Gullible sometimes.
yeah, gullible. That's the word.
no. Look, we do it all together.
Yeah.
You know, we write it all together, and actually we've got a really good thing. You know, we sort of start off with an idea. I might say something. He says something. He brings it around the corner, and I might say this thing at the end, and we've got it, and it's done. You know, so it's nice.
You do know who Jerry Seinfeld is, right?
You know what's funny though? I never knew his first name.
You never knew
It's
Jerry?
Seinfeld.
No, I just because of the show.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's just one of the richest men in
No,
the world.
I
You
know.
know what?
So you guys are here in New York. What do you guys think? Is it what you see on TV?
Absolutely.
Or is it shit? Be honest.
honestly,
Nothing's shit.
that's not.
Nothing's shit. Nothing's shit.
I mean, there's a couple of odd smells every now and again down the streets. You're like, well, what's that smell? But you know, it goes away.
Practically, no, it's normal.
It goes away. A lot of sirens,
Yeah.
What a noise! It's
consistent
noisy.
sirens, and
Traffic.
Oh.
Traffic's tremendous.
Traffic is terrible here.
So that's when you guys said I'm in traffic. I'm coming from Brooklyn.
You're
He goes to me, welcome to New York.
Because I was 4 miles away once, and my GPS still said 45 minutes for 4 miles.
Oh wow.
So it's expected.
I don't understand why you have so many different sirens.
Me
here.
neither.
They're all different sounds. There's a high one.
I think I was saying, is it
There's
to
all
the
different
level?
ones.
Is it gauging the level of like how critical an issue is the siren, or is it like
No,
if
it's-
someone's
it's-
like
it's-
dying, it goes like wee, 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 wee. if someone's just like having a cough or something, it's like woo, woo. Not that bad,
That's funny.
you know.
Each one has its own, like, what's a fire truck versus a cop.
Yeah, same.
But when they beep that horn, it just
man.
you just don't even know what's coming at
It
you.
doesn't need to be. It's probably half decibels more than what it should be. It's just doesn't need to be that loud, but that's
I
fine.
love
It's
it, man.
New York, you know.
New York's it's my first time, and I absolutely love it. And
Carlo always said that we were going to love it because he's been here before, and I went, whatever, I love it. He was right. I absolutely love it. Something very unique about this place, and I'd come back here in a heartbeat. Even I'm actually going to bring my family back here at some point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there street laws in Australia like here? Like if there's
we're
speeding tickets?
Yeah,
there's-
no. Oh, we're
that's everywhere?
terrible.
We're the most
Worst.
taxed country in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah. No.
Taxed, really?
We get taxed the most out of any country.
Wow.
And
You know how much Italians love paying tax.
yeah. So you know where all our money is.
I think it's hard here with tax. What is it over there?
No, it's,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
What is it? I think you're referring to it being under the.
Buried in the backyard.
Mattress.
It's the best
Oh,
option for us.
From Joe's pocket.
That's it. It's really high. Really high. You get taxed
it's
for.
like 37 cents to the dollar.
But then if you earn
Yeah, but if
over
you earn over, it's like
50%.
40 something.
50%.
Yeah, man, it's killer.
Yeah, tax brackets are
I
ridiculous.
was almost convinced to come visit Australia. I think I'm good here.
Nah, you can come visit. We're not going to tax you if you come visit.
I don't know.
If you earn.
You said there's an Uncle Joe over there. I don't know.
But the
should come.
traffic laws are terrible, man. Very strict. Cameras everywhere.
everywhere.
Now there's it's a point system. You start with 12 points. Did you guys use a point system here?
I think we got
if you lose your
12,
license,
11 or 12 points as
Yeah.
well.
right?
Yeah.
We got the same thing. But if you're on your phone while you're driving, you lose 6 points. Massive
We've got
fine.
this new technology where they've put cameras up and see if you're on your phone,
Oh, wow. That's another one.
right? You know that?
Yeah.
If you're on your phone, it
can't
takes
actually-
takes a
a
video,
photo
of
of
you,
your
and you get
phone, you
fined
get
for
fined.
being on your phone. So even if you're using GPS on your phone and holding, they're
can
finding you for
Inside the
that.
car?
Yeah.
Shoot-
the
shoots-
dash shoots
Wow.
that way.
So you can only have it up on one of those phone holders.
Unbelievable.
You can only
I
touch
was
it.
going
to
to tell you,
answer a
I was
call.
blown away that now here they're going to start putting, it's like a sound barrier. So if you have the radio on too loud
No.
or your exhaust pipe is too loud, you're getting a fine.
Really?
We've already got that back at home.
What?
Yeah.
A decibel range for how loud your
range.
car is, or
But not like
It's
in a tunnel or something.
no. He's just saying you're saying if you get the
sound pollution.
NYPD, the police will pull you over if your
At
cars.
the police, they're gonna have machines
Oh, this is not. No, we don't have that. No.
Oh, machine.
coming soon. They're gonna have these. I don't know what you call them, satellites that are gonna detect sound
And
pollution.
you just get a
See?
fine in the mail.
And if if it's a certain decimal, you're getting a fine in the mail.
There you go.
So we cannot fart in the cars anymore.
I was going to say if Joe's
Stay
next
away
to that
from
siren,
Pasta
we're in
Fazul,
trouble.
then.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I heard they're gonna put like something in New York. Like when you travel to New York, they're gonna charge you. Like when you go over the bridge.
They're doing that already.
They are already.
You don't
Oh my
have tolls
gosh.
here?
Do you have tolls here?
No, not here. I know
We-
like past New Jersey or whatever they have. It,
Oh.
but they're gonna start putting.
Yeah,
it
they're
in
doing
New
that in
York.
England. They're doing that in London, where if you go to different areas that, like, say, 5Ks out of your radius or whatever, you get charged for it.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if you go, I don't know if it's 5, but I think it might be 10. If you go to another and use your car, you pay because they're discouraging people using their cars and use.
So you guys don't have tolls on your freeways or your
There's tolls when you're crossing state line.
right?
So
Okay.
if I'm going to Staten
Is
Island,
that
New
it?
Jersey, you have to pay.
Okay, is that it? You don't have tolls to go on a freeway?
Yeah. No, like your interstate tolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got tolls just to drive to another suburb
On the freeway.
on our freeways.
Oh no, you guys should move here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're taking all our cash,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Wow.
Yeah, so if there's a freeway and you want to get over the other side of town, you might cop 3 tolls on the way there.
This is what pays
Cost
for
you
the
12,
public.
for $12 or $15 or
This is what
whatever.
pays for the public health system, which you guys don't seem to have one here, right? You guys have got no public health system here.
Yeah.
If you get sick, that's it.
Yeah,
You
we
die,
pay
don't worry about
tolls,
it.
Yeah, right.
but we live longer, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not us.
exactly.
You should come to Australia and come over there, punch a kangaroo in the face, all that kind of stuff.
I'm scared of flying.
Oh,
You
yeah?
guys might have to put me to sleep to get me on there.
Oh, yeah, no, flying is a...
You're scared of flying.
22 hours, you said, right?
Yeah,
But not direct, man.
not direct.
Still, even
go.
I can't even go to Florida. It's 2 hours.
Really can't fly?
I mean, I'll do it if I have to,
Yeah.
but it's just not something I
Just
would want
nervous. The turbulence makes you nervous and
to. My
stuff.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
24 hours. It takes 24 hours. Even to go to Italy from Australia, it takes 24 hours.
Well, that's the experience that got me. I used to fly. I had I'll say a bad experience to Italy, and when I landed there, I called my mom. I said, "Ma, I'm not coming back home. I was going to stay
Well, what
there."
happened? You know what I'm asking?
Just like severe turbulence.
Turbulence.
And it was just dipping, and that did it for me.
Is it Alitalia plane flying and some guy was drunk?
Probably Alitalia. Yeah, probably Alitalia. And actually, the pilot said a joke like that, like, "Oh, we just hit a scarf on the road," and everybody was like, "Ah, fangul." But me, that said it for me. That said it for me.
Yeah. No, I lately turbulence. I'm not dealing with it well. I don't know why.
He sits
just
there,
hits
you
his-
or you turn around and then Carlos just like,
Is there a lot of what airline do you guys use to go to Australia?
Qantas, we flew with Qantas.
Okay.
Emirates, we usually sometimes
Emirates,
fly when we go there.
yeah.
Or Virgin, we use a lot. To do our domestic flights, we use Virgin a lot.
But we used American Airlines to get from LA to
We
New
did.
York,
LA,
and,
New
and
York.
I don't know what's going on with that stuff because we walked through business class as you do towards the back of the plane because our agent, our travel agent screwed up and we ended up being in the back of the plane. And the hostess said, "Hey, just put your bags here in business class." So we put one of our bags in there thinking, "Oh, yeah, we'll put our other bag in the back." And then when we got to the back, she goes, no, go back to business class. And how are we going to get back to business class? We're going to walk through all these
There was all
people.
these people. And I said to her, but there's a whole line of people. We're going to disrupt everyone. She goes, "Sir, it's your bag. You need to go and put it down yourself." And I was like, "Can't you just put it later?" She goes, "Sir, it's your bag." I was like, "Okay."
you did that really well.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, "Well, fuck you." Anyway, that's just what happened. But
Oh gosh.
I wanted to go back to that conversation we were having before the show. about the pasta, the manigotti, the
Manigotti.
different names.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Well,
with
you guys are all. I love you guys. Don't
Okay,
get me
do
wrong.
you guys call it sauce or gravy? Let's get that out.
Actually, I want to ask you guys this question.
sauce.
Don't get me
Sauce.
upset.
Thank
It's
God.
upsetting.
Don't even. There's no gravy
honest.
people
No
in
gravy.
here because I'm going to lose it if there is. Is there?
Joey,
We're all sauce.
What happened?
gravy or sauce?
Sauce, baby.
Sauce.
Who calls it
So
gravy?
Who called?
everybody who's been on the set, I've been asking sauce or gravy because I'm dying to catch somebody with gravy.
Well, I heard.
I don't know.
What is it?
But when you say an American, so Italian Americans, all Italian Americans call it sauce, or do some Italian
no,
Americans?
there's some
'Cause I've heard
Italians out here
Yes.
call it gravy.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm
So,
saying.
I heard that it is some of the Italian Americans that have been here longer. So if their family has been here since the 1900s
they're crazy.
and they're watered down to the point where it's now, you know, did your parents were born overseas?
They were born in
Yeah.
Sicily. Yeah.
Okay. Sauce all day. But if they've been here longer, this is what I was being told. They become more Americanized. They call it gravy.
understand, but
And gravy is brown and goes on chips.
Or turkey.
Matt, there's
Right.
one-
Turkey, right?
But,
Yeah.
but the giveaway is that it's called salsa. Salsa sauce. Where did the G come
Where's your G? There's no G.
Suco.
from? Suco, whatever. There's an S there.
Sugo.
Something
No,
gravy.
gravy.
Sue gravy.
Yeah, I'm still not able to catch it. So on my page, I actually started that, as a sauce is a gravy. And the best comment was this one person that says, "You don't know what you're talking about. It's gravy. I am from southern Sicily. I'm from there too. I've never heard of that.
Never.
I've
Shame
never
on
heard
them.
Ah, shame on
That's
you.
what I say.
Yeah.
Shame on
No,
them.
we say sauce, but
But
we never said
you
gravy.
guys really, the manicotti thing it's not
Makes,
right.
makes,
So
makes
for
no
that-
sense.
I just want to get it clear. The manicotti is cannelloni, right? The small little tubes with cream with the
There's a
ricotta.
difference. I think cannelloni has the lines. Like it has like
There's
a
no
design
lines.
to it.
No lines.
No lines.
Really?
No,
Just a big tube with ricotta and spinach in it.
You're thinking cannelloni is in the big tube pasta with
Yes,
the
that's
lines.
what I
on
was
Yeah, the
thinking.
long one,
The
right?
cannelloni are like that long.
That's a manicotti.
Oh, that's un cannolo.
No.
No, let's
But
stop
the
for a second.
cannolas are sweet.
Tell us what a manicotti is.
It's like a pasta crepe. Actually, you're the cook. You the
What
best.
is it? It's like a crepe you make, and then you cook it like on the pan. You put the ricotta filling in there.
What? It's a crepe,
Hold on.
It looks like a crepe.
and then you roll it yourself.
So
No,
you
it's
put
no crepes.
You put the
understand.
it's not a crepe because a crepe's sweet, but
It's-
it looks like one.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but
it's-
it's
so it's
pasta.
Pasta.
like a pasta.
Yeah,
so
but
you
you-
make it into a crepe, and then the filling would be ricotta, mozzarella,
Spinach.
parsley,
Parsley.
cheese, and then you roll it, and then you put like.
See, we don't do that.
But that's cannelloni.
That's not really a cannelloni.
I'm still struggling with
I'm
this.
not
Hold
calling
on.
that a
You
cannelloni.
said it was you bake. So do you bake the pasta first?
It's not cannelloni. Stop saying it's cannelloni. They're all going to bash us here.
Everybody, if you notice, everybody stood up for this one.
Exactly. Everyone's standing here.
You want to go, huh?
We're in their fucking. We're in their town. We're in a basement. I want to leave.
Yes.
I would like to know what's cannelloni. Am I saying it right?
Cannelloni. It's a big. A big.
it's already
It's
pre-made.
what she said.
No, it's not pre-made.
thing.
Nah,
It's
it's not
pre-made. It's a
man.
big
not the same
macaroni,
thing.
a big
I'm on
long.
your side, by the way.
Just say it's a long.
Stem.
It's a long ziti.
Is it fresh?
The way you call it. Even ziti.
You
Let's
can't-
go to this
not
ziti
fresh.
thing.
Aspetta, when you make manicotti, can you buy the pasta already done and then just
You have to
stuff
make
it?
fresh.
Yeah,
Everything
it's not the
literally.
same.
That's there's a difference now.
So maybe that's why. Yeah.
Ah,
All right. So when are you guys coming back? Because I'll make. Well, I have my wife make because I can't cook. I can't boil water. Manigotti for you guys.
we're coming back in. Well, in February next year.
February manigotti.
February,
for
bring
the
the
guys.
manicotti to the theater.
Good.
It's a thing. I'll make it.
Done.
Bring the manicotti.
We give you some frozen. You can take them back.
I'd love
That's
just
it.
do that.
Can we do that for
We'll
you?
go
Yeah,
there.
what's that? And then so the other one is baked ziti.
You don't know what baked ziti?
No, we don't know what ziti is.
I don't know what anything
You're on.
you're talking about is.
So it's these little tube pastas.
So like
This
like
big.
like hang on, that's the rigatoni, right?
Similar?
Similar?
Similar.
Similar.
Very skinny though.
Oh, skinny.
So people use that, and sometimes people refer to penne.
Yeah, okay. That's
listen,
macaroni, basically.
I don't believe this. Does your mum and dad call it baked ziti?
No.
Everything.
But then it's not true what
Say
you're
no.
saying. Then what
You know-
you're saying
you know the
is
answer's
false.
no.
They didn't call it macaroni.
What do they call it?
What do they call it?
Rigatone, or they called it penne or whatever, right?
Forno.
Pasta forno.
Pasta forno.
Penne.
So that's pasta. I told you it's
Spaghetti.
pasta.
Did
you let her explain what it is?
It was pasta forno from the start.
False.
It's all wrong. You're all wrong.
I disproved everything. I disproved it all.
The analete pasta for pasta forno. The analete, the circles.
Well, not
Like
everybody.
spaghettios, what people say. Spaghettios.
You guys, you were saying those?
No.
Don't you dare.
So what's
No.
funny is, oh, so you want to know what's used
Oh,
in
why
it?
not? No, just so you put it's a pasta, and what do you put them flat? Do you put
Yeah, like how a lasagna is set, basically.
right?
So you put the sauce, the
Mozzarella.
mozzarella, the
Lova.
cheese, lova. If you want to put the egg in it.
Okay,
the
so
pasta,
it
and you
is.
keep
So
layering
it is like a pasta forno then.
Right.
Told you it's pasta forno, man.
Okay, well, I wanted to make sure.
You guys been
the
saying
people listening-
spaghetti pasta
It's
forno.
pasta forno.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So it's
There's
pasta
no such
forno.
thing as ziti. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so the Z. Where? I wonder where that came from. If anyone's
Ziti,
listening
why?
or
Who?
watching, can you let us
Sounds
know
like a mobster's
where the
last
word
name.
Ziti came from.
Ziti.
You know,
yeah.
it sounds like it should be a mobster's last name, you know? Like Paul Ziti, you know, is running that thing over there.
And then the other thing you guys said, what's broccoli rob?
Rocket Rob, we have no idea what.
Why?
that is.
Why? I know what broccoli is. I know what Rob is. They don't go together. Rob's the
Actually,
name.
Rape.
Rape.
R-A-P-E.
Oh, we know
Yeah,
Rape.
We know what
We know
rape.
Rape.
So why don't you just call it broccoli rape?
You know
or,
we've-
or-
No,
why don't
it's
you just
not,
call it
it's
rape?
rape.
You know we've got a restaurant, right?
I know what rape. I know.
You don't know we have a restaurant?
No.
We've got a restaurant called Johnny Vincent Sands based on our characters. It's exactly like a nonna's house.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a nonna's.
awesome.
If you look it up on Instagram, you'll see it. So it's got the crisaliere, it's got the
like
capo
upstairs.
di monte
It's
everywhere.
like upstairs, like your mum's.
It's got the carpet like the nonnas. It's all wood grain. It's all
Oh, I
you know
love
the
that.
picture of the Last Supper on the walls and all these.
Aw.
It's
awesome.
and so one of the dishes
awesome.
we make. Well, we're not there. It's using our brand and we've got business partners. But one of the dishes is pasta broccoli, and in there we use the orecchiette, which is what you're saying.
And we also
We
have.
use
What we spoke about before.
yeah.
We
use
also
that.
have the
Like
rape.
a little cap.
We also have rape,
We also have
salsiccia rape.
salsiccia rape.
And it's nice to like sometimes a little bit picante, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
But where'd the Rob
why
come
did the
from?
Rob come? Yeah.
Why is it Rob? Why is it not?
It was robbed
Julio.
by broccoli. No, I'm joking.
Why is it not broccoli Julio?
I said it was robbed by broccoli. But I was joking.
Yeah, well, how did it?
Am I getting cancelled after that?
It's like the leaf of the broccoli. So they use. The
What did you
leaf.
say?
It's like a long leaf. They cook it. They boil it.
the leaf?
Yeah, the leaf of it.
But why is it called Rob?
I know the
clue.
broccoli is one thing. Broccoli rob is just I say the leaves of the broccoli that's left on there. I could be wrong.
I tell you why they call it broccoli Rob, because some of that stuff you can get on the side of the road, and someone robbed it.
There you go.
So they said, "Where'd you get that from?" That's broccoli. We robbed it.
Well, we've got
Broccoli robbed,
we've,
broccoli
you know
robbed.
on the side of the highways where you know, some, yeah,
Salvage.
we've got salvaggio on the side of the highways, and you see old
Carduna and broccoli Rob.
Italian people on the side of the road. The oldies ripping it out and then taking it home and cooking it up.
I don't even know what that is. What is
I don't know what I do. I'm sure we've had it.
Do you eat trippa?
trip.
Makes it.
Your mum makes it. I don't eat it.
So I used to eat it a lot up until I found out where it
What
comes
it
from.
was.
Yeah.
You never
was
knew
like-
what it was that you were eating.
No,
know that tripper was cow
Your mum
stomach.
just goes,
it
"Man,
was like sautéed with
Hey,
like
but how recently were you talking that you stopped eating?
no, like younger, like
Oh,
maybe
okay.
I got a
13.
story. This story. So we had a guy who came on our podcast. And he's do you guys have MasterChef here?
The show, you mean?
Yeah. Do you have MasterChef?
yeah.
So we had one of the guys who used to be the judge on MasterChef in Australia on our show.
Oh.
He's telling us that he went to Florence and had bread, on the street food. It's a roll with tripa in it. And he's like, "Oh, this looks great." And he went to take a bite of it, and he brought it up to his mouth, and he smelled shit.
a little bit of cacoots."
A little bit of a.
So basically, they didn't
They
clean.
didn't clean it.
They didn't clean it well enough,
It's
and he was eating
Shit.
shit.
delicious.
So next time you want to taste some tripa,
No thanks.
think about that.
Have you guys ever had stigiola?
Stigiolo, what's that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stigiola. Never heard of it?
No,
What is it?
I have.
Oh yeah, the
have.
sticks.
No,
the
pastigliola is it's
Wrapped up intestines.
intestines on the thing. I've heard of it. I've never had it. I never will. No matter what you do, I'm never having it.
and
Never.
Orecchietti.
From a
What I'm
sheep.
telling you now.
It's like goat or sheep.
Yeah, baked stagioli. Now you're going to
wrapped
call
up
it.
with meat, parsley,
Oh no!
Oh,
never had that.
inside there.
side, and then
Onion
when
and
you
all
barbecue it, it causes fires because it sprays everywhere.
Have you had it?
No.
No.
No, I haven't done that.
Well,
Sangonazzo?
Sanguiche?
you can stuff it. You know where
What's
you know where you can
sangonazzo?
stuff the sangonazzo?
What's that?
For me,
What's sanguinazzo?
it's when they boil the blood and they put spices and stuff in. It becomes like jelly.
That's like what's it called? Blood pudding. Blood pudding.
No, but it's not. Blood pudding's in a sausage. This is actually like blood that's boiled and it comes like jelly. It's like it's wobbly.
Oh yes, I've seen.
I've
You
seen
guys eat
gelato.
gelatina? You ever had gelatina?
No.
The lard, and you cook the lard and you put cuts through it and you just put lemon and pepper.
What about segmental? What's it called?
Semental?
Yes,
Oh,
Simmental
yeah.
here.
Semental's
Oh my
good.
God.
I love it. They banned it here for a while. Why? Why are you guys laughing? I gotta know this.
Because the shit should be banned from everywhere. that
No, I
stuff.
like
That's what
Semental,
makes it
man.
right.
I like it.
I like Semental. We did this thing where we were tasting Semental. These guys are like, oh, I'm like, I love
It's
it.
legitimate
I was
dog
eating
food.
it.
I used to eat it when I was younger. I can't quite get it down anymore.
It's the jelly bits in it that are a little bit like,
the
ooh.
grizzly.
Yeah.
Once you
Kinda
get past that, it's good. If you mix it all up, the jelly bits go away.
Yeah.
Have you ever had pane con meosa?
Panica,
Meosa.
Meosa. What's
Like
meosa?
liver, like liver.
get off liver, can go, get off it. I don't want anything to do with the liver, man.
Oh,
Not
this-
cooked, not raw. All
Like if
of
you
it.
go to the streets of Italy, the street food, that's
It's
like
so
it's so big
popular.
there.
Yeah, the liver.
Yeah, I never had it, but
I've had liver pate, but I usually stay away from livers. We didn't have much liver and stuff in our house.
You don't have anemia, don't eat it.
Yeah, there's no need for
Right?
it.
Yeah.
No need for it.
What else?
Yeah.
What's babalucci? Are you talking about babalasha?
snails.
Snails.
Snails? We
No, we don't do snails.
No,
No,
Not
we don't do
babalusha.
snails at all.
I've eaten them.
No, I've had escargot French ones,
I've had them.
but not
They're
Italian
nice.
cooking me snails.
Never Italian. No restaurant. Italian restaurant in Australia does them. I'd say.
No,
I've
Italian
never seen
snail.
them ever.
I had sea snails. Sea snails.
I've-
Babalasha de mar.
I've never had it. I just
You gotta wake up really early to go pick them.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
I've had raw horse meat before.
Wow.
Raw?
Mortadella, right?
I actually had in Sicily a steak of horse.
Yeah, so did I actually.
I had braised
It tastes like-
donkey.
Yeah,
just
you
when I
did
was in this
too.
year. It was delicious. I got food poisoning 3 days later.
Oh my
But
god.
for real though, I got food poisoning for real.
ate a jackass. So.
Yeah, Portalenda donkey. That's why.
It was delicious, man.
No, but that was like big, I guess, for my family. I remember my grandma making a pot of, snails,
Oh really?
sauce and potatoes.
Oh really?
And then all the old timers there, all you hear.
yeah. Remember when your uncles used to suck the ions of the fish and they're like,
Yeah.
suck budget, like and you look at the kid, you look at them going, oh
possessed
god,
when they're
what's
doing
going on?
I had an uncle
love
that used
that.
to get cook the rabbit heads and then eat them in front of me and suck the brain out of it. The little teeth still in the skull. What else?
Sicilians are like very known for that stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that real eat everything type of thing and
Yeah.
just leave nothing.
Well, it came from necessity, though. Come on, we're talking like we're in privileged times now where we can have everything. Back in the day, you killed a chicken or a horse, you ate head to toe. You ate the whole thing. It
Exactly.
came from necessity. So we make fun of it now, but it came. Some dudes wake up and go for hey, I'm going to eat the horse's ass today. It's because they needed to eat something. That's all that was.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like you're
You
gonna
know
go.
what I mean?
"Oh, I'm gonna have the jaw of a pig today. It's just what was left. And
It's
they
a good point because how much food do we throw out today?
Oh yeah, everything.
When I hear stories from my parents and on, they never wasted anything.
Nothing.
And it was homegrown in the backyard.
Nothing. That's it.
But there's a lot of wasted food today.
Yeah,
I still
it's
want
a
to eat
lot.
And you guys do chicken cutlets here, right?
Oh, you kidding?
Yeah.
You guys don't do it?
Well, we call them cotoletta.
Yeah,
Cotoletta.
cotoletta.
Yeah, but you guys actually call them chicken cutlets.
Chicken cutlets. So if you go to a store, we tell them we want a half pound of cutlets, and they'll slice them.
Yeah.
Our cutlets in at home, cutlets is lamb cutlets, like a lamb chop. We call that a cutlet.
Lamb chop.
Veal cutlets.
Veal. Yeah, that's what we call cotoletta. We grew up eating a lot of veal cut like cotoletta, which is thin battered veal, egg, crumbed, that kind of stuff.
Oh, so
But
hungry.
you guys do a lot of you guys do really thin
Yeah,
chicken
cool.
cutlets,
You got to get that.
and we
No,
don't
just call it
we don't
veal.
really we do, but we lead with the veal.
Now, your chicken cotoleta, does that
Actually, do you know what happens though? A lot of people do chicken schnitzel. Schnitzel in Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same thing. Exactly. So when we go to the shop and we say, "Can I have the wrap with a chicken schnitzel?" We don't say chicken cutlets.
What's the difference though?
There is no difference.
No, real different.
It's just I live in Australia. You live
in
here.
our household,
That's the,
It's just
that's
a
the
it's a
difference.
baked ziti
You know,
versus
you-
everything else. That's what it's a baked ziti thing.
No, seriously,
you-
I think it's the same.
you would have chicken. You would have chicken cutlets, right? More than veal, right?
Right.
We would have veal more than chicken. So if we said to my mum, "Mum, make some cotoletta," she would just know that go get the veal,
Deal.
not, you know.
That's interesting.
That means you're more Italian than us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's anyway. But
Do you guys have to have your chicken cutlets thin?
I like them thin.
I don't
love
care.
it.
I love it paper thin.
Sorry, no, the veal ones we always do thin. Mum always does.
yeah, there's not that many thin chicken
there's
cutlets
not
in
much
Australia.
thin
They
chicken
do them
cutlets.
thicker.
Yeah.
Which, but I prefer them. I think I'd prefer them thinner,
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
like
thin are we talking though?
like that, man. Like they do.
You gotta
them
see through it. It's,
yes.
Really?
the thinner for me, the better it tastes. Even if I put 3 in a piece of a loaf of bread, I enjoy that. But when it's thick, I don't enjoy the color.
Yeah, because that's because you're just eating a sheet of
Now
oil.
you do the
Now
bread.
you're eating modica.
Yeah,
Now what you're eating is a panino with a modica in it. There's no chicken at all
That's
in
it's
there.
just modica and oil. That's it.
Is there a lot of food wars here with restaurants, Italian restaurants? They go at it with each other.
I'm sure there is, but I really wouldn't know to answer that. I mean, I know there's a lot of competition wise. Who's better than the guy down the block? So if I host you guys, then next week they're gonna find somebody to host even bigger or even known better. But you know,
That's an Italian thing, though.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like if you got married, my son gets married. Well, my son got this, that, the other. Well, when my son gets married, we're gonna use the better prawns and the bigger prawns.
And I don't understand that. Like, why can't we just stick together? You know.
I know it's just it happens a lot. It
sad.
happens.
Yeah.
Like the Jewish, they do it together.
Yeah.
They got that.
Well, they've got almost like a secret code amongst each other, right?
It's always, and it's like that around the world. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't-
Even in
people
Australia.
don't want to stick together. It's always about hatred or jealousy or something takes over. Or
Yeah.
Well, we know a little bit about that. Yeah, we've experienced that. Unfortunately, because we've reached a place, maybe not in America, in the US yet. We're trying to crack America, but in Australia, we sort of got to heights that some others haven't, and we've experienced some
Jealousy, yeah?
a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of.
But it's
See,
a very
I
Italian.
applaud success.
I wish everyone
always-
had that mentality, because on the way up, on the way up, it was very important to stay humble and friendly with everyone. But unfortunately, some people don't like to see you go past them.
Well, that's typically American. Now, you're saying otherwise, but I've been told that typically the Americans celebrate success, right? Yeah, typically, right? You guys applaud success.
It depends.
Americans boast easier. Like me to say that, it was a big thing for me to say we'd reached. I couldn't naturally say we've reached the top in Australia, right? Because it's uncomfortable for me to say it. It's like in Australia, if you say that in Australia, you get chopped at the knee. It's called tall poppy syndrome. We have that. If someone says, "Okay, mate, relax," okay, and they cut you down, they're like, you. Whereas in Americans are like, "I've reached the top. I'm at the top now," and they're like, "Yeah, you go, what on? Yeah."
Well,
You know, there's a bit of that.
Here's that mentality where it's like if you dress the part, you are the part. Which at sometimes I would agree with that, but sometimes I think it's overly done. It's embarrassing to a certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that it's different here than what it is over there. But it's sad because like sometimes you try and when we were coming up, we just try and be nice to everyone and all the time. And not just because, you don't know if you need someone again. It's just the way we've been brought up. Just be nice, never burn your bridges, always,
Exactly.
be grateful for what you're doing. We're grateful that we're sitting here talking to you guys.
Oh, so are we.
No, because we're halfway around the world and we've come this way. We're here because of what we've done and celebrated, and we're just so grateful to be here. So I don't know why everyone's got to sometimes be a little bit, throw a couple little jabs, a little bit of this. When we've never retaliated ever. The only way we retaliate is just by working.
Away. Work and just turn away. That's all you can do. Is if you retaliate, you stoop to that level of whatever, and people say things or in the industry and little jabs, and it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, you got to create. What's the point of creating conflict? Just concentrate on what you do.
Exactly.
And get better at what you do, and be your reward is success, and revenge success is the best revenge, I suppose.
100%.
In saying that, we hate everyone.
Yeah, I hate everyone.
Even you guys here.
100%.
You could tell my friends could tell you. I always open arms to everyone.
Yes.
And I applaud success at all. I wish everyone who's watching would take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to tell somebody you love them and,
Yeah.
give them the credit that they deserve.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to tell you guys. I can't appreciate more the fact that you're here. You gave me the opportunity to meet you and learn about you and the experience. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us.
No,
Appreciate it.
we're in this here. You've taken us into the home here. It's a big thing. It's for us. It's like I was saying before the podcast. We've done a lot of things with a lot of people, and you do creators and whatnot. And sometimes it feels very structured and just they want you for something, and it's a business thing. But with you guys, you walk in here, everyone's all warm. It's like family, and we don't forget that. Like we'll be here and friends with you guys forever now. Like,
Well, at least
Even if you don't want us here, we're coming out of here.
I mean, we're gonna send you an invoice for it, but it's gonna cost you a bit. But
Pick up the bill.
yeah,
Hey, I'm sleeping here tonight. I don't care what you say.
Well, we're gonna be wrestling.
He goes, I got a little spoon.
so
No, but thanks for having us, guys. Seriously, it's like we said, we're halfway around the world. We're bringing this thing. We reckon people are going to really enjoy the show. We think that it hasn't really been done here this way, and just to help get the word out and speak to it, let people know about it. We want to thank you for that.
Yes.
Of course,
And
we
if you
thank
guys
you.
haven't, if you guys don't know who they are, there's something wrong up here.
Yeah.
Sooshi Mango. Check them out. Follow them on social media platforms. They're going to be here in a couple of months. It's already next year, guys. They're going to do their world tour. Here in New York is one of their stops. You got to go see them. I'm going to be there.
And I'm going to be there.
I think everybody in this room is going to be there.
Yeah,
I wish you guys a lot of luck.
How'd you guys start this, before we go?
I started a page 9 years ago on Facebook. And it was just because I used to find memes. And I thought they were funny. So I posted one here, I posted one there, and then actually for some point in the middle, I said, this is fucking stupid. I actually didn't touch it for a couple of years. Then I posted one thing on Facebook, and it actually went viral. And I was like, oh, okay. So I kept playing with it, and it kept increasing. Last year I started Instagram. Same thing happened. So I got a couple of my friends. I met great guys who have some social media presence already. But I said, let me grab my 4 friends. One of them is my brother. I like to start from the bottom. And if it comes something, I know I built it from the bottom top. And the podcast so far has been successful. And it's just, I want to come out now and tell them my story. I was raised Sicilian. I speak Sicilian. I married a beautiful Sicilian. And I just want to keep that tradition, alive. I feel like it's kind of like dying or everybody's just fighting. So I just like to share my story, similar to what you guys bring back so many memories of my grandmother.
Yeah, man.
And that's just truly.
God bless you for what you do,
well
man.
done, man.
And
Congrats.
thanks for what you do also, because it goes deeper than what you think. It affects people in ways you probably can't imagine, and it goes a long way to spread the culture and continuing the Sicilian culture and the pride for it, and that broader Italian community too. So thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
What do you say? Let's grab some drinks.
that's it.
Yeah,
Do
that's
it.
Cheers.
Cheers, Sicilian style.
Mate, you got to say cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Just don't bring out the ziti.
Or the manicote.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I have to say this. Okay, ziti is a pasta that doesn't have ridges. It's like bene, except it's two. I'm fucking dying in the seat. I want to say a bunch of shit and I can't. God. I was dying, bro. You got that out. Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna go upstairs and punch something.